This is the PopSize software that we're going to use to run some capture, recapture experiments. So it's fairly simple to use. I'm just going to briefly go through it. This is our opening screen. We have the true population size. So this is how many organisms we have of a particular species in a given area. Default value is 1,000. So all this means is that we have, for example, 1,000 moose on the Avalon Peninsula, Newfoundland, or it could be 1,000 rabbits on the west coast of Newfoundland. Number of individuals captured, size of first sample, this is how many organisms we mark. Size of second sample, once the marked organisms are allowed to mix with the population, we're going to take a sample, and this is the second sample, so this number here, 200, that's going to contain marked and unmarked organisms. These next set of values, this deals with open populations. In the lab, we dealt with a closed population. The population couldn't change. Here, we're dealing with the open population. Population changes. The first one, relative catchability of marked animals, default value is 1. So this means that marking the animals has no effect on how easy they are to catch. Greater than 1, they're going to be more easy to catch. Less than 1, they're going to be more difficult to catch. Percent mortality of marked animals. This is the percent of animals that are marked that die. And then we can repeat this for unmarked. Next, we're going to deal with emigration. So this is how many organisms leave an area. And we can change the percentage. And we can do this for marked and unmarked. And the last one here, the last variable that we can change is percentage of marked animals that lose marks. So what this is the marked animals that lose their tags or markings. Default value is 0, and we can change this from 0 to 100. Once we look at our values and if we make some changes, we just click on Begin Simulation. But before that, we want to look at population estimate and confidence interval. Population estimate, we have the Standen-Lincoln-Peterson estimate, and estimate corrected for small sample size. So if we have a small sample size, we're going to use this one. For the rest of them, it's going to be the standard Lincoln-Peterson estimate. Then for confidence intervals, we're not going to deal with these. We just need to know that they exist. So we're just going to keep it as this one here for large populations and the interval at 95%. So now we can click on Begin Simulation. Okay, the number of simulations, it's clicked off at 1,000. Sometimes it may be on 1, 10, or 100. We want 1,000 because we learned in the lab that the more samples we have, the more reliable our data. Then we click on Run. Simulation is finished. This bar here, this is 1,000. So this indicates the population size at the time of the first sample. So 1,000. And this is how much the population estimate varies back and forth around 1,000. And this is the frequency of population estimates. The number that we want to record in our table is the average estimate. So for this simulation, the average estimate is 1019.4. Okay, we're going to have to change parameters in our sampling experiments. To do that, all we do is click on Change Parameters. You change your variables. Once you have those changed, then you just simply click on Begin Simulation again. Very simple to use. There is a help file. Just click on Help, Help, and then we have Help. And that's it.